Piers Morgan just broke his hip in the most ridiculous way possible, and what happened next shows exactly why he's impossible to ignore. The 60-year-old British broadcaster who's built his entire career on never backing down just posted a hospital selfie that has everyone talking, but the details of how this actually happened are almost too absurd to believe. Here's what went down. Morgan tripped on a small step inside a London hotel restaurant, not during some extreme activity, not while chasing a major story, literally just a small step in a restaurant. But this wasn't just a stumble and walk-it-off situation. He fell so hard he fractured the neck of his femur badly enough to need a complete hip replacement. We're talking major surgery, full anesthesia, metal implants, the works. The Instagram post he shared is pure Piers Morgan. He numbered his breakdown 1 through 10, starting with tripped on a small step and ending with I blame Donald Trump. In between, he laid out the whole situation with the kind of dark British humor only he could pull off while connected to an IV and oxygen in a hospital bed. The selfie shows him giving a thumbs up, injury circled in red on the image, looking simultaneously vulnerable and defiant. But here's where this gets interesting for his career. Morgan hosts Piers Morgan Uncensored, his YouTube talk show that's become known for controversial interviews and immediate reactions to breaking news. Now he's looking at 6 weeks on crutches and 12 weeks without long-haul flying. For someone whose show depends on traveling to interview major international figures and commanding studio space with physical presence, this changes everything about how he can operate. The timing couldn't be worse. Early 2025 was reportedly packed with major interview plans, international guests who would require exactly the kind of travel now off limits. Whatever those plans were, they're being completely restructured around Morgan's recovery timeline. His show thrives on being reactive and immediate, but for the next 3 months, that capability is fundamentally limited. What's fascinating is how Morgan chose to announce this. No carefully worded publicist statement, no vague references to personal health matters. He posted from his hospital bed within hours, medical equipment visible, breaking down exactly what happened with brutal honesty. In an era where celebrities maintain careful distance between private medical situations and public image, Morgan did the exact opposite. He turned his hip replacement into immediate content. The actual injury reveals how severe the fall was. Fracturing the neck of the femur badly enough to require full replacement means serious impact force. These hotel restaurants are designed to prevent exactly this type of accident, yet somehow Morgan went down hard enough to shatter bone. The mechanics of that fall suggest either incredibly unlucky angle or more force than a simple trip would normally generate. His recovery process will be genuinely challenging. Modern hip replacement techniques mean faster healing, but those first 6 weeks on crutches require relearning basic movements, managing pain, attending constant physiotherapy. For someone used to controlling every aspect of his professional environment, this enforced physical limitation represents real adjustment. The show will need to adapt through different set designs, more seated formats, or potentially guest hosts for segments requiring physical presence. By immediately sharing the hospital selfie and breaking down the injury with humor, Morgan controlled the narrative before tabloids could create dramatic speculation. He presented facts with characteristic bluntness, added self-deprecating humor about falling like a sack of spuds, and blocked any room for exaggerated rumors. It's media management through radical transparency. The phrase sack of spuds is doing serious work here. It's distinctly British, informal, self-mocking. Morgan could have said he fell or slipped, but instead chose imagery that's vivid and slightly ridiculous.